The news would spread like wildfire. And why not? An unexpected engagement was the sort of thing gossips lived for. She had somehow convinced Mr. Collins to keep silent, but Charlotte Lucas did not trust him. Even in the best of times his resolve was weak. He was that kind of man. Her acceptance of his proposal was too much a triumph to be hushed up. Charlotte had a few precious hours to break the news to her friend before Mr. Collins would shout it from the housetops. It was only right that Elizabeth Bennet learn the news from Charlotte herself. After all, 3 days ago Mr. Collins had proposed to Elizabeth. She had roundly refused him. Mr. Collins had plenty to say about that. Nevertheless, Elizabeth was Charlotte's dearest friend. She deserved every consideration. That morning the walk to Longbourn House felt especially long. How Charlotte longed to turn back, for in accepting Mr. Collins she had become Mrs. Bennet's rival. When Mr. Bennet died, Mr. Collins would inherit. Charlotte would be the one to replace Elizabeth's mother as mistress of Longbourn. This was not Charlotte's reason for marrying. She must somehow make Elizabeth understand. The spectre of spinsterhood was far more compelling than any inheritance Charlotte might gain. It was too early for a social call. Charlotte felt the mortification of this keenly. The housekeeper answered the door with a sniff of disapproval. "The family is at breakfast, miss." Thus Charlotte was left to wait in the drawing-room, a room as familiar as any at Lucas Lodge. This morning, however, she kept her gaze fixed on the carpet. It was tempting to look around with expectation, and this would never do. Any number of things could prevent Charlotte from being mistress here. Mr. Bennet, an uncommonly healthy man, was hardly at death's door. Elizabeth came rushing into the drawing-room and impulsively reached for Charlotte's hands. "My dear friend," she said earnestly, "I cannot thank you enough for keeping Mr. Collins entertained. It has been wretchedly awkward having him remain as our guest." How could Charlotte answer this? She felt her cheeks grow warm. "After what happened, we hoped he would return to Hunsford at once. A gentleman of true feeling would never have stayed on, but as we know, my cousin has no proper feelings." Elizabeth's fingers pressed Charlotte's affectionately. "Yours has been a sacrifice of true friendship, for I know how tedious his company can be." Never did Charlotte expect to have sympathy with Judas Iscariot. Had she betrayed Elizabeth's friendship by accepting Mr. Collins? This thought was immediately discarded. Charlotte had made her choice. She could not turn back now. Moreover, there was nothing to be gained by delaying the announcement. "As it turns out, things have taken a little turn," said Charlotte slowly, "in a way that is altogether unexpected." Elizabeth's dimple appeared. "Did your mother cast him out? There is nothing wonderful in that. His ceremonious compliments would enrage a saint." "Not precisely that, no." "You are to be commended, for he talks everlastingly, and always about himself or his noble patroness." "He does, yes. But you, my Charlotte, are an excellent listener, so patient to endure his irksome prattle. Truly, I do not see how you have borne it." "It was not left completely to me." "But of course it was. I thank you from the bottom of my heart." Elizabeth's tone became confiding. "Last night, Mr. Collins gave us more unwelcome news. He plans to return for another visit. Can you imagine? And very soon, too. Father did all he could to discourage this. Mother naturally thinks he plans to propose to poor Mary." Charlotte cleared her throat. It was now or never. "Actually," she said, "I have come to tell you that Mr. Collins has proposed, and I have accepted him." There. She had said it.